My mama used to tell me a lot of stuff that I ain't understand shit. I thought she was just talking. But in reality, she was telling me stuff where it could advance me over my peers. You know who your peers are? People the same age as you. You could have said your friends. I just would have told you everybody that's your peer ain't gonna be your friend. But that's what my mama was doing. I didn't understand man, why this lady talking to me about this, and this. I'm not finna. But she will prepare me for the journey ahead. Regardless if she was living, regardless if she was in the picture, regardless of whatever the case may be. That's the whole purpose of talking to your parents and parents talking to their kids. That's why we ask y'all a lot of the questions that we ask y'all. Y'all may feel like we prying. That just means trying to be nosy. But yeah, it's a parent job to be nosy because kids got to deal with a lot of stuff and they don't know how to come talk to their parents about it. Because most of the time they say, well, I didn't want to tell mommy or daddy because what? We thought you would get, don't matter if we get mad. We're going to be sad and mad if something going on with y'all and we have to figure out, stop playing with your hat like this. Because somebody call us from the school or somebody hit that door and say, hey, we having this such and such going on. And then we looking like, what? You see? So to have people looking at us like, man, what do they got going on with them kids? They don't know what's going on. You see? That's how people get their kids took from them. They're called child neglect. So when y'all come up in them and y'all ain't doing how y'all normally do, if your mama ain't on y'all, who on y'all? Hey, what's up with y'all? What's going on? Why you like that? Why you so quiet? You alright? Everything. Ain't nobody said nothing to you yet. I don't like asking. Ain't nobody done nothing to you. You know I don't like asking it.
You don't like anybody do that stuff
Well, yeah, you know that, but you know the other reason? Shit, because if you say yes, I'll be more concerned about what I'm going to do to the person that done something to you. But at the same time, you got to think about me doing something to y'all. That's going to also do something to y'all. You know what it's going to do? Do y'all know what it's going to do?
Yeah.
If somebody do something to y'all and I do something back to them in order to, I guess, avenge whatever they done to y'all, if I do something wrong, then what? You got to pay for when you do wrong, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if me asking y'all that, I be scared for the answer because if y'all say yes, I don't know how I'm feeling. Or even if I was feeling good based on what the yes was to what somebody else did. If I just don't think, opposed to just reacting, shit, if I go do something to them, I also done something to myself, to y'all big brother, to y'all mama. I made her be able to take on all the responsibility. Huh? Y'all ain't got no daddy that's right there with y'all no more. So now somebody gotta take her to school. Take y'all to school. She gotta come in, she gotta pick y'all up, she gotta get y'all bath, she gotta help y'all with y'all homework, she gotta do everything by herself. All because I did something, because somebody did something to my kids. That's why I tell y'all don't be on that just trying to be nice. I only really like y'all hugging all them kids. Cause I don't know what they got going on at home. It's something simple as a cat. If they got a cat and that cat don't match with y'all eczema, well, that's a whole lot of shit that y'all don't understand what that's gonna have to take place. If y'all go to that hospital, we got to pay that. If y'all sick, we got to stay at the house. Get the chair if you don't feel like sitting in that. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that y'all don't realize that we do. And it's simply because I've been on both sides of it. My mama used to sit down and talk to me and ask me questions. My daddy didn't. But my daddy wasn't no fool. You see what I'm saying? what? I could always go talk to my mom about anything. I just didn't always want to do it simply because I always look for people where let me be the light and be less of a burden for them. So I don't want to take my problem to my mom. Just because my life was always different, as y'all see. People call me to ask me for the advice. I don't really ask people for the advice because I always done my thing because I was always paying attention to the surroundings. Yeah, my friends gonna sit out there and play all day. I don't want to play all day because that ain't doing shit for me. I like to dress good. I like to look good. I like to do a whole bunch of shit, and playing just ain't gonna. So all my life, I didn't watch cartoons. That shit was stupid to me. And now y'all don't watch cartoons like that, a lot of them, simply because of what they showing you. They showing you that stuff where two girls and two boys doing what only a boy and a girl, what really a man and a woman is supposed to be doing. They talk about stuff that y'all, and all that is a distraction to keep y'all from focusing on what y'all need to focus on. You see what I'm saying? I played basketball. I couldn't if I ain't do an assignment. Ain't no playing basketball if it's a game tonight. Ain't no going to no game if we didn't have a game tonight. That's why I always brought up the $2 situation. So that's what we saying. We trying to help y'all not have to go through what we had to, because it's gonna be even harder for y'all. But this what I'm trying to tell y'all about me. I ain't gonna care what go on with y'all now if y'all don't be the little kids, because y'all want to be grown now. And then when it's time to be grown, you turn into a what? Yeah, don't be calling me all the time. Shit, because I done showed you. More, I done told you. Your mama done showed you. She done told you. Y'all know what to do. Anytime you know what to do and you choose to do the opposite, God puts something on your ass even worse. You see, if you don't know no better, it's some little kid that bad as hell, little buddy that you used to play with over there who you didn't want to race. He able to do a lot of things simply because he not being taught this. So God, he don't overlook it. He just allow him to get by a few more times than he would somebody like you, because you what? Nigga, you know better. See, y'all don't know what to say, but see, y'all talk about a whole bunch of stuff that ain't got nothing to do with y'all or what y'all can't control. See, that's a problem. It's a simple question. See, my mama would get upset right about now because y'all just looking. Nah, it's time to talk. That's what we tell you. That's why when you ask me questions, I say I'm talking to your mom. Because you don't need to be in the know. Because it's going to be some time, if I see that, whatever, if I see a 69 now, that's an F, ain't it? What's an F? A 60, a 62, a 60, let me see what a D used to be. I think a 65 to a 70 used to be a D when I was in school. I don't know what it is now. I really don't care like that because I ain't in school. But my kids ain't dumb, so they don't even need to what?
Get a D or not
Yeah,
D.
you don't need to bring one in the house. You see what I'm saying? Everything gets shut down after that. The older that y'all get, it's our job as y'all parents to put more responsibility on y'all and require more from y'all. So where you 5th grade, man, my mama, she probably would have let me go to bed 30 minutes late. You see, but I got to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I used to have to go to bed at 9 o'clock. My 2 oldest brothers got to stay up an extra hour. So they got to watch all of WWF. I only got to watch the first hour. You see what I'm saying? But you know what? It was easier for them to wake up the next morning. Opposed to me, because I wanted to stay up, I wanted to sleep it in. But now it's time for me to get up and go to school. And now I'm tired. But I could sit up and watch these people at work. But I'm saying I want all this. I'm asking somebody else to do all this. And I can't do the one thing that's required of me to do. And that's go to school and do what I'm supposed to do. You ain't got no responsibilities as a child other than doing what you know you're supposed to do and helping out the people that help you. That's mainly your parents. We ain't talking about going to school, helping the person with the lesson because they gave you a pencil yesterday and 2 sheets of paper today. They ain't helping nobody else. That's called taking away from yourself because you're going to miss half of your lesson trying to help them. That ain't your thing. That's what you done got in trouble for a lot of times. You see, it called compartmentalize. You see what I'm saying? Hey, the teacher told me we can't talk. Hey, as much as I want to right now, I don't need to talk because I'm going to ask my mom or my daddy to do something. And if I don't know if this teacher be done called or what, they might ask me just to see if I'm a what? That's what I'm saying. It's easy. You just got to think about what you're doing. If y'all all old enough to know right from wrong, you're old enough to think, hey man, should I do this or not? Even though if I can get away with it, man, if my mom and my daddy catch me, what that's going to be? You see what I'm saying? Some stuff I did. And it's like, I ain't going to know. Or if they know, well, that ain't that bad. You see what I'm saying? But you don't know. But if it's some, them folk used to change their grades. Them folk used to take the newspaper out. When I was in the 6th grade, before you go get a newspaper, there was a store. About a 5-minute walk up the street. A copier you could use. They take out letters from the newspaper, switching their grades. Yeah, that's cool to get by, to go to the game, to get the shoes, to whatever deal your parent be done made with you. You see what I'm saying? Well, if you do this, we'll see. Every time my mama hit me with the we'll see, all I did was just activated the extra charm, really just helping, doing what I knew I could do. Even if I didn't have to do it sometimes, it just showed my mama the appreciation for all that she did. Think about if your mama wasn't here. It's going to be a little rougher with dad. That's all I'm saying. Even though it'll be rougher if mama wasn't here, if daddy wasn't here, it might be easy on some stuff, but then there's going to be some times that I wish daddy was here. Because he can understand this part a little bit better opposed to mama can't. That's why the two-parent household is so crucial. But see, when you got parents who kids just like the babies that they have, you always think you don't need them. And so all you're doing is further complicating the little child brain because I know I can go over here and do this. I know I can go over here and do this. You see how that's confusing? All they do is teach y'all a way to pick two people at odds. So if they at odds, if y'all play it right, then y'all can have y'all way, either way. And because them two people, your parents, your mom and daddy, because they always at odds and can't sit and have a conversation about who? They kids able to run a smooth move on them. Daddy, I'm trying to do this, but mama said, well, why she say that? I don't know. She just said. If I say, well, you can do it, what you gonna say,
Okay.
No, what you gonna say to your mama?
That daddy said I can do it,
And what she gonna say?
but I said you couldn't.
Okay, so then what? Now you got one parent that said yes, you got one that said no. So eventually it's gonna be what?
And
And now, before you get to do something the next time, who gonna make sure they talk?
Mommy and daddy.
You ain't gonna want that every time. Cause sometime I just told y'all what? It's gonna be some stuff that who?
Mommy can't.
It's gonna be some stuff that mama understand better. It's gonna be some stuff that daddy understands. She can't teach you what you gonna have to face as a little boy. Just like I can't teach her what she gonna have to face as a little girl. I ain't no damn girl. I ain't gonna try to understand what a girl have to go through like that. That ain't my business. You see, your mama don't need to get in our business when you gotta step out that house as a man. It's just that simple. The little girl might, even though they doing stuff to women now, it's a little bit more aggressive going out the door if it's a woman by herself opposed to a man. You see what I'm saying? Just because you that color, I call you that color and black like that, simply because what most people talk about it, most people really want it. But more importantly, everybody as dark as you ain't as handsome as you. You see? So when you go out there in that sun, and that sun go to reflecting off your skin, it hit a whole lot different. That's why most women have to put that makeup on, and that sun reflect up. That ain't their skin. They skin in the background, and they got some shit covering that shit up to make themselves look better than what they really are. That's why I always been an advocate for a woman without makeup. Because I know that if that shit designed to make you look so much prettier or different, you wearing it all the time, it got to be doing something to your face. What I always told y'all grandma, I've been telling her that since I was a little kid. Me and my mama always been able to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. I used to go to the nail shop with her. When I got about 13, 14, I was cool. Now I'm coming into a little man. Now I'm liking the girls. You see? Now I'm thinking, okay, opposed to being with mama all the time, I couldn't really get down with my stepdad because he was a preacher. So I always told them, hey man, y'all always talking to me about going to church and doing all this, dealing with God right now. But how is that fair to me when y'all closer to death, but y'all done lived y'all life and got most of y'all good sinning out the way, and now I ain't even really started sinning good, and you just trying to get me to dedicate my life to God. They couldn't say nothing because it's times where they was in the clubs. It's times where they did stuff they know what they weren't supposed to do. Y'all grandma and y'all granddaddy used to steal from Walmart. They stole a whole swing set for us. You see, my mama told my dad that she wanted it. They drove past Walmart on a nice sunny day like today. Later on that night, my dad went and got it. Can't do that now. You see what I'm saying? I wish you would try to go do it now. It's gonna be a whole different problem. It's some stuff that they didn't tell us just because they know we would use that. They would use that. We would use that against them. Just like it's some stuff we don't tell y'all, because we know when y'all get older, y'all will try to use that against us only to help yourself not get the full ramifications that you're supposed to get. Huh? What's that? What's ramifications? That's all it is. Switching your words. I always done that. I don't want to just use the same word over and over and over again. You see what I'm saying? That means your vocabulary limited. If people know your vocabulary limited, then they pretty much gonna get, that's a lot that's probably limited to that person. Let me see how much they know. Sometimes seeing how much you know, they can act like they slow. If they think they will be better off learning more about you, acting as if you were smarter than them, then what? Some people might be playing in on it, only to get to a certain point. Okay, I got them. I don't need them no more now. Let me activate this. That's what you call devious. That's acting as if it's one way on the surface, on the face, and then under the surface is some underlying tactics. Underlying tactics. That means they coming at you acting like they want to learn from you. But that's just to soften you up, to make you feel comfortable. Once you get comfortable, you stop looking and paying attention so much because you feel like this my friend. And then that's when the devious ability or habits go to coming in. And then you be so stuck because most people be done told or be done showed people a lot of stuff that you ain't supposed to. That's why I'm very selective. How many friends y'all know I got? You see, cause it's hard for me to call you a friend. Just because what that word entails for me. You see what I'm saying? Entail is another word for mean. What a friend mean to me. A friend's supposed to tell me when I'm wrong. Although that friend's supposed to have my back when I'm wrong, if it's dealing with somebody else. Supposed to have my back if we in front of them. But time we ain't away from them, you supposed to tear into me. And boy, you were dead wrong. You see what I'm saying? A friend, boy, hey, don't go down there, because that ain't it for you. Man, I don't care how cool they is. I ain't saying you better than them, but you better than that, what they doing. You see what I'm saying? If they your real friend and they know that, just say you got the ability to go be a police officer. Ain't that what you want to be, you said? Or a scientist. Or whatever you done said you want to be. If some friends know that's what you want to do, if they your real friends and they know they doing wrong, they gonna tell you, hey boy, go on away from around here, man. This ain't your thing right here. Now they can't make you not do it. But now if you go on and do it, your obligation to them, being their friend, if you get in trouble, who supposed to get in trouble? How they supposed to get in trouble? They told you not to do something. You did it. You ain't as experienced or know about it. But because you still went and done it anyway, if you get in trouble by yourself, you're the only person supposed to get in trouble. You see what I'm saying? That's why you talk to people and you get an understanding. Because see, you couldn't be my friend. If we were having that conversation and that's what you said, oh no, he can't be my friend, boy. You see what I'm saying? If my mama heard you, she would have said what she would have said. What do mama say? And you stay away from them. You stay away from people like that. Just like your mom told you, stay away from people like that. See, you done already picked up that little habit right there. That don't mean you got it from a friend. You could have got it from your brother. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter. Once you know right from wrong, if you get in trouble, you can't blame nobody but yourself. If you gotta try to fit in with people who you know doing something wrong, all that means is you got low self-esteem and you don't believe in yourself. And because you feel or it seems like they cooler, you rather be a crash dummy and be cool opposed to just being confident and being yourself. That's all that means. So every day you go about the house, you gotta think, I know right from wrong. I'm representing not only myself, but who else?
My parents.
That's it. Not represent, but it ain't just us. You see what I'm saying? You represent your grandmama, your nana, your papa, your granddaddy, your Gigi, your other great grandma. You represent a whole line of people. But at the same time, once you know right from wrong, even if they wrong, so you gotta make a decision. It ain't just because that's my family. If my family wrong, you gotta be the one to make the different decision and say, well, I'm gonna do the right thing. So when I have what?
Kids.
A family. I ain't doing what I already seen been done, but I'm saying and praying I want different. That shit don't work like that. You see what I'm saying? So that's why y'all don't see y'all grandma like that. Just cause I wanted something different from my family. I'm gonna have something different from my family, like we already got. And just cause we got that, I ain't I ain't content with that. I'm grateful for it, but it don't stop there. Because if it stopped there, all I'm saying is God had me to be born just to have this right here. But if you still gotta go work for somebody, ask somebody, can you be off? No, that ain't what it's about. If you feel you got the potential to be able to employ other people, so you gotta know what you're doing. That's why we tell y'all. If you want to do it, you can do it. The only person that's gonna stop you is who? That's all it is. You can't blame nobody else for where you want to go, but don't get there. Cause shit, they didn't want to get there. Who wanted to get there? Well, get there. That's all that is. I didn't have that ability to put that together since I was a little kid. I already stopped playing with your hair. It's gonna be messed up, and you're gonna be crying because you're gonna have to do it again. See, that's a decision that you gotta make. I had that long hair. How often did I leave it up? Because I'm tender-headed, and I don't want nobody constantly walking on my head. That's what it feels like when I had people doing my hair with their knuckles. Okay, if I'm at home, what was on? I got the do-rag on. If I'm going outside or if I'm inside playing basketball, I got the do-rag on. I wash my hair once a month. Because I'm not finna do all of it. I didn't even want the long hair, but I wasn't finna have nobody messing up my haircut. Okay, you gotta learn how to improvise. Why you had the long hair, you didn't want it. Then you grew to appreciate it when you saw everybody else liked it, but you still didn't want it because what? Nigga, why you ain't want it? It ain't hard.
So I wasn't trying to get it done.
Who had to get it done?
Myself.
That shit hurt me.
Yes.
Whole beauty of it. That's the whole thing of it. It hurt me. So I don't care how many people like it. Just like it's gonna be a lot of people that probably tell you no when you meant to do something. But if you listen to all them no's, then the one yes that came from God to you, you gonna suffer for that. Because you listen to the other people that He helped create and put on this earth too. So you said no to the person that give everybody life, and yes to the people who can't even do what they want to do simply because they don't believe they can do it no more. You see what I'm saying? Y'all gotta understand it. There's a lot of people that's gonna let you do stuff that you know you shouldn't. Huh? You were gonna be the one that have to suffer through it. Same thing with you. When you let them girls play in your head, you were laughing and giggling. But when it's time to get it done, who got to deal with you crying?
Mommy.
But then if a girl say, y'all haven't been up that long, it's looking ugly. Now you're going to be ready to get it what?
Done.
You see how somebody else controls what you do? But who like looking pretty and getting off in that mirror every time they just got a fresh hairdo?
Me.
Well, see, you done said no to yourself, all because I think these people cool. Or I want them to like me. Have the people that act like they like you don't like you. You know it. Because if they like you, they ain't gonna let you do no any and everything. Even if that means y'all not being cool no more. You see? When you're a person with morals and principles, if you see potential in somebody and you know they ain't living up to it, it's your job to require them, but really challenge them to do better. I'm saying the required part because if you just want to half-ass and lowball yourself, then I ain't gonna be around. That's the requirement. You gotta have standards for you to have friends. You see? Or you would just take anything that act like they cool with you. You see what I'm saying? I had homeboys that act like they was my real homeboys. They wasn't. They just wanted to get in, play cool, see how I was able to do how I did, and then try to see if they couldn't undercut me. That's fine if you try to undercut me, because what I show people, that's what I want you to see. What I don't want you to see, you will never see. You see what I'm saying? And I set it up in ways where I show certain people, it might be the same thing, but I'm going to show 3 different people 3 different ways. So I ain't got to ask who did it, depending on how I said, if it brought back to me, or depending on how it was done, or where it was at. I already know who done it. That stuff y'all don't realize, but you gotta, how many times we done set stuff up just to see if y'all gonna do it. Just cause I wanna see. But guess who got me like that before? My mama. And then I said, so that's what's going on. I learned how to improvise around that. And then she just caught me a whole nother way. And go back to when you know right from wrong. As much as you probably don't want to do the right, it's better for you to go and do it. Because you're going to suffer even more thinking that you getting by. And you really getting away, but you really just getting by. And the more you get by, when they catch up with you, the worse it's going to be. It ain't fun, but it's fast. You see what I'm saying? If you a bully, you walk around and you, every day you slap 2 people. Well, at some point, what? No, at some point somebody gonna slap your ass back down. It ain't gotta be them, the people that you slap. At some point, somebody gonna do that to you with the hopes of you learning what? Stop doing that, because you don't want nobody what?
Doing it to you.
That's all that is. If you live your life like that, it's gonna be harder for you. But you should be easier going to bed at night. Because goddamn it, I ain't lowered myself just so I can get this. Or so I can do that. That's what you call morals and principles. You understand what I'm saying? It's gonna be even, you got morals and principles as a man that women ain't gonna like you if you ain't got them morals and principles. Men ain't gonna respect you. They gonna treat you more like a woman. Same thing for girls. Y'all got some values and some standards and some principles that only girls can judge you off of. And then there's some that a man will see you got, and it can remind him of what? A man. And he like, man, no, I don't want to deal with that, because eventually that's gonna be a challenge. You see? So you just gotta know what you seen them people do. You done heard your granddaddy tell your grandma when he was living, shut up a time or 2 before that. You done heard your grandma tell him that too, though.
Yes.
Because sometimes both parties need to learn when to shut up. So that ain't no issue. You see what I'm saying? Long as it's done in the proper manner. You get what I'm saying? Don't now one of them need to be telling that to somebody that ain't inside their house, outside of the house. Because somebody else can look at that as, man, he don't respect you. Oh, damn, boy, you gonna let her talk to you like that? Then if most people ain't secure in their skin, now they finna try to do what for these other people? What they finna try to do?
Show out.
Now they finna try to show out. All for some people that ain't in your house, who don't help you, and who don't deal with what the house have to deal with simply because they ain't in the house. That's always been the truth. I always thank God that I didn't have the ability to think older than my actual age. So that's why I don't need a lot of friends. Why I'm my own best friend. And I'm my own worst enemy too. It's just getting away from being my own worst enemy and becoming even more of my best friend. You do that with your thoughts, what you think about. You see what I'm saying? I'm always thinking about how I can get better for me, but not just for me, for my kids. That's why I ask y'all the question. What I used to ask y'all. What's something that y'all wish I would what?
Change.
Yeah. You see? I can't remember my mama ever just sat and asked us that on a frequent basis, but I know we had conversations like that. You see what I'm saying? Because if I get better, if I'm the man, what that's supposed to make everybody else in my house want to do? Get better. Talk up. What I can eat? Huh? Just like if you doing better, that should make who want to do better?
My big brother do better.
And who else?
Everybody else.
That's all that is. It's called a domino effect. But when you see one do wrong, and based off whatever happened or the consequences or what go on with them, if it didn't seem too harsh, what you'll try to do? Do something wrong too.
Implement.
Thinking that you're going to get them same results. But when you know better, do you see? So I'm going to tie it back to that every time. That's why you can't blame nobody else but yourself at the end of the day for your life if you're not happy. It don't matter. You can't say the teacher didn't explain it to me. Yeah, that's fine. That's 50% of it.
But did you
You
ask?
also, yes. What you got to go do? You see? The teacher don't know if you don't ask that you don't understand. How we know if you hungry?
The action.
That's all they know. Go to the bathroom. Y'all can talk.